So once more, replenishing our numbers behind the lines. Just want to keep this going. Where are the guys that were in the centre of my territories? Have they broken out? That might be one. We should probably do this. Then as soon as that battle's over, we can throw them in as well. Let's select you and leave you here. You want to leave some troops on the outside? Otherwise you don't stack wipe them. So yeah, now we're just solidifying the front line. Once that's done, then I'll be feeling a hell of a lot happier. So this war is already pretty much over. 48 war score, we need 47. Cheeky blighters. You think this is going to get better for you? It's not. And we can send you in because you're blocking up there. No, we can't. We need you here so that we get the stack wipe. My numbers here are doing terribly. Let's grab you lot and throw you in. They're attacking Bayern, that's fine. We could go and root those guys out. Nah. %, come on. Would accept, here we go. Boom! Yoink! I didn't need to fight that battle. And there we go! We have taken over Bohemia, which is going to be a substantial increase to our industrial strength and a substantial weakness, or weakening, to theirs. So we're going to go ahead and demo. We were only 25% mobilized. We still had another 75% troops to send in. Like, you can kind of get an idea just how big some of these wars can get later on. Like, mobilization in this era is still pretty small compared to what you can get later. Where I'm seriously talking like 4, 5, 6 million people just going at it. Battles of 100,000 being the norm. It's always 11 to take a state. Is it? I thought it was different depending on how strong the state was. That's interesting. Right, so, I'm going to go ahead and demobilize. Which means my industry will be kicked back into full swing. We've got our armies here which need to be withdrawn. We will suffer a little bit while we're doing this, but I think it's worthwhile. I wish there was a hotkey for deselect current unit. It's V in Europa Universalis and it's so helpful. That's how you see me clicking through armies so quickly, because I know that particular hotkey. And yes, I'm aware that I've probably doubled up in some of these provinces, but at least they'll be spread out enough that we shouldn't take a huge amount of attrition. And then we can start rebuilding the armies. I'm also aware that we are still at war with China. We're only on a -3. Alright, so if I were to intervene, how would I do so? The other thing is, I need to consider seriously how I'm going to take out Austria. Although with the amount of infamy I have right now, I wouldn't be able to. But I do want to connect these territories. So I'd need to take out Österreich, which would actually do the job perfectly. Okay. Noted. And everyone's on their way home. And the economy is kicked back up into full strength. That is a lot of money we're making. How's the education levels doing? 2% of the population. We can actually reduce this slightly. Because we're just over 2% of the population, we need 2%. Could do with more clerks, but clerks are just done through focuses, they're not administration, that's bureaucrats. We could pay the tax... No, we could tax the middle class less. No, I think we're going to tariff less. So we can get those raw materials cheaper, although... we shouldn't need to be importing coal and stuff like that as much anymore. In fact, I'm kind of curious. How much industry does Bohemia actually have? Not a huge amount. And unfortunately, I am not a reactionary anymore, so I cannot choose what to build here. Otherwise, I would definitely be building steel factories. And machine parts and everything else that needs coal and iron. The other thing I need to do, as a matter of some seriousness, is start producing a lot more artillery than I have right now. I'm super tempted to just click this button. 120 would bring me up to 360. That is still under my budget. Do it. Because in the future, we're going to have lots of mobilized infantry, so you need to support them with your pre-built artillery. M21 Eagle, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Also, we're in the process of switching out my infantry, which we still have a lot of, for the guards. And that's why there's not many guards available. Okay, so yes, China. How are we going to get over there? Are we going to get over there? This is a war that we declared to take land from Delhi. Because I don't think that my transports can even get that far. It's part of the problem. Dumyat's the closest. Where's Dumyat? Ah, right. I'm friendly with Ethiopia. Oh. Right, I own this. So I can send the transports to here, and then just start shipping across very quickly. They'll take some attrition, but not a huge amount, actually. Yeah, there are a lot of steam transports built here and there and everywhere. So let's just select one of them, hold down shift, and that should select only ships. Send you all here. And that should, if my maths is correct, be a transport fleet. In fact, that's going to be more than a transport fleet, isn't it? All I need is 5 ships here, which is this lot. So how badly is Germany hurting after that war? Because they're probably still at war with others. Yeah, they're still fighting Kazan. Still second, but their military strength is 14. That is what cut down to size does. It is extremely painful. This is why you do not go over your infamy limit. Regardless of what the temptation might be. Don't do it. Because it will screw you. And that limit remains regardless of other people declaring war on you. Like, just because you're at war does not give you an excuse to actually militarize. And people will declare war on you. Alright, so we have 24 ships here. I'm going to group you all, and I think I'm going to grab 4 of you and put you somewhere else. In fact, I'll grab the 20 and put you somewhere else. And we'll collect all the random guards that we have here, there and everywhere, and we will start putting together a force to send over to China. Ethiopia wants an alliance again. That one I will agree to. Because that gives me access to getting into the Horn of Africa with soldiers. Then I can use that to ship troops over to Bengal. And Austria can be sphered. Do I want to sphere you? I think I just want to stop Germany from taking control of Austria so I can declare war on them later. I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Alright, where's my other transports? You're there already, so you just need to go to Alexandria, grab some of these guys and we'll send them off. Now, do I want to take the time to actually build the armies properly? In fact, you would go a long way in doing so. Let's create a new unit. No, let's not. Let's select one of the soldiers and select all of my armies. And let's get rid of the brigades that are under strength. Because they won't reinforce. I just don't know if I can be bothered to make proper armies all the time. Or if I just get something which is relatively correct and send them in. Because what we can do is we can start adding these engineers to these forces and then also switching out the guards. And then we need 6 infantry. Oh, we've already done you. And we could even start just disbanding the infantry units, which will free up more space so that we can have more artillery and stuff. So we're relying just on the guards. Right, you lot need to get on a ship, and we'll send these ships over here. Except for you, apparently. Alliance from Hejaz. No, because you'll probably pull me into more wars. I was allied with Persia, but I'm not anymore. Saxonia keeps on taking territory from them. Right, this war. We don't have any war goals, but then neither do they. They're going to start demanding a white peace soon, I think. So we really do need to get our act together in getting armies over that side. Now, I wonder, can I pass through the Ottomans? No, I'd have to transport. Well, one thing I can do is send the navy over. Although it occurs to me that Bengal's got a navy just sitting outside the port there, so it's unlikely that Delhi and China has a navy to really compete with them. Next thing I'm going to start doing is reducing your taxes. Because we seem to have enough money. And we're going to turn off subsidies, because I saw I was paying some out and I don't want to be. You can walk, can't you? No, you can't. Come on. Tensions in Norway. Tensions between ourselves and other great powers have erupted in Norway over the issue of criminal investigations. Our position is that we have the right to conduct our own criminal investigations in Norway without interference from local or foreign authorities. This position is obviously contested by our rivals. Our choice here is to either assert our position, which can be seen as undercutting Norwegian independence, or fall back, which means losing influence in Norway. So I gain an infamy if I assert, or I lose 5 prestige if I don't. I'd really rather not lose infamy. I'll lose some prestige. We are super duper prestigious. Actually, compared to everyone except for France, yeah, we really are. Well, alright then. Group you together, and then that should be everyone from there. And I've just noticed... Hello, Chinese navies. Nice of you to come here. Wouldn't it be a shame if something were to happen to you now? Let's do this. And this is my attack bonus person, isn't it? It is. So that would suggest to me that I really ought to get an admiral for you. Morale would give us more chance to escape. 21 or 6 versus 30. Yeah, I'd go with that. And these, I think, are just frigates or men of war. Yeah, we're going to bop them. So the Chinese thought they had a fleet. Not anymore. There we go. We have reasserted our naval dominance here. So let's go and park a fleet in the entrance to the Mediterranean so they can't do that again. And then let's start working out how to shift an army over there. Do I want to spend the time to create proper armies? Probably should. Well, one thing I can definitely do is get rid of the infantry. Like, we're using guards now. Although I'm not going to lie, it was nice to have these units of infantry to throw into the fights as and when necessary. Right, so current size is 36. How many actual regiments is that? 8. That's 10 units total. No, so that's 12. I can't count. So what I really want are transports of 24. That's probably why I built 4 steam transports here. Am I still building any more transports? No. Well, I want another 4. Because then I can transport 2 full armies at a time. Although that was not actually a full army, was it? No, Mordred, it wasn't. The 13. 5 plus 6 is 11, 12, 13. So that would be 26. So I need another 4. No, that's not right. Another 4. I can maths, honest. No, I really can't. There we go. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Who controls all the ships? Castile produces 0.6 clippers. I produce all the rest. France and Castile have both started doing steamers, but I control most of them. Demand of steamers has gone up. Demand of convoys is still up. So we must be making a small fortune on convoys. So my economy might actually be slightly unfairly weighted towards that right now. I just want to double check RGO output. Because I am thinking that I should probably actually be suggesting that people come to Bohemia to fill up the mines and things here. So I'm going to go to the population screen. We're currently focusing in Croatia and Thrace. Thrace has 1.9 clerks, Croatia has 0.3. So Thrace, I'm going to say, let's get rid of your focus. We're going to go to Bohemia, and we're going to say focus on labourers. Because labourers are miners, and I want to get the mining industry going up here because you are going to be supplying the rest of my empire, essentially. Okay. So units that are just infantry, we're going to stick over there. Units of artillery, we're going to stick there, and then units that need to be upgraded to full strength, because they are infantry, are going to be on that side. Infantry. And then the guards can sit over on, oops, this side. So actually the majority of the units here are already guards. That's good. So it's probably only really reinforcements that I need, and to re-support the units in Africa. Let's keep on pushing Austria. I need to keep them out of German hands, although I can probably handle another war against Germany if I need to. I just need to be a little more prepared next time. A little bit better organised. Right, so you need an engineer and an artillery. In fact, we need a bunch of engineers here. Huh. Interesting. These artillery are going to take a while to produce. Doesn't look like we're getting any of the resources to even start building them. What is that? Huh? Got everything maximum budget. There was a slight blip in demand for small arms. I wonder what could have caused that. And ammunition. And artillery. In fact, artillery is really quite valuable right now. What could possibly have driven that demand? During big wars, you can definitely make a bit of profit if you're a neutral power producing weaponry. Okay, so we have a bunch of guards there. You need 6 guards. 4, 5, 6. You also need 6 guards. And that's 6 guards right there, ready for duty. So let's make sure to split you up. Right, so seriously, what are we waiting for? That's a lot of stuff we're building. Oh no, they are building. Just kind of slowly. Also, we're being occupied in Africa. Interesting. Alright. So that's saying to me that I need to get 2 more ships into that transport fleet. Where are my other transports? And I can shift off 2 full armies. Let's get rid of the infantry. Alright. And I'm going to order a bunch more Engineers. Something like that. Although they will again take a while to produce. So do we have any units that actually have an engineer? Yes, this one does. So if you have an engineer, come and stand over there. In fact, you have a spare engineer, so we're going to drop you out, create a new unit. Leave you there, and we'll shift you over here as well. So we're going to send in Motor, because we know he's good, and Alamont, both of them pretty decent generals. So that's going to be my intervention force. And while they're sailing, we can deal with the rest of our forces. So we'll probably send them down to Africa to intervene, and then off to Asia. And they do indeed all fit. 0 weight left over. Glorious! So let's head here. We'll go to Mbaza because that's where we built our fort. We'll also grab half of my fleet. So we'll leave you there for just a second, and then the fleet with an actual general, navy, admiral person. Navy, admiral, fighty person can go south. Theodoro can be improved. Someone reduce them, or remove them from me. That's a lot of guards and a lot of engineers. Ah! So maybe I don't need to worry about all the engineers. Right, where the hell's the transport fleet? There you are. Yes, that's right. You are grouping up. You have grouped up. You need to get into a ship, and then we'll send you over here. And we can pick up some of these chaps. Right, you have arrived. I just want you to grab a quick admiral. Take the morale and organisation. If we had a defensive admiral, I would use you. But I think I need to create some more generals. Are you any good? Hell yes! Yeah, not great. And no. So which is the good one? Cats. Rolly cats. So we need to grab one of these guys that doesn't currently have a general. We'll bring in cats for you. Because he was really good. And we are still making a small fortune. So let's reduce our tariffs down to 0. Okay, so while they're sailing, we're still waiting for you, aren't we? Then we can grab some of the engineers from here and build these forces up to be proper size, and we can go and start positioning them where we need them.